Leuk dat je kijkt naar een nieuwe aflevering van Paard&Lifestyle TV. Met deze keer de Pavo Tristan Tucker dag, die Pavo voor de tweede keer organiseert. Ook dit jaar mochten 4 ruiters een les volgen van Tristan en kregen ze van Pavo een voeradvies. Om kans te kunnen maken op deze les had je moeten opgeven via onze website. Nou, bijna 150 ruiters hadden dat gedaan en ik kan je vertellen dat het niet eenvoudig was om er 4 ruiters uit te kiezen. Maar ik ben eruit gekomen en de ruiters die mochten afreizen naar Noord-Brabant waren Irene, Renate en Danielle. De 4e ruiter Gwen moest zich helaas op het laatste moment afmelden en kon er dus niet bij zijn. In het eerste deel kijken we hoe Tristan aan de slag gaat met de paarden van Irene en Renate. Beide paarden hebben erg veel last van spanning, maar Tristan legt uit hoe de spanning bij de paarden een verschillende oorzaak heeft.
Nou, ik ben Irene, ik ben hier met mijn paard, een Andalusiër, van net 6 jaar. En ja, ik weet eigenlijk helemaal niks van hem, zijn achtergrond. Dus heb ik wel proberen te achterhalen. Zijn fokker in het boekje proberen op te zoeken, maar ja, dat is zo lastig in het buitenland zoeken. Dus ja, hij heeft gewoon heel veel spanning, heel veel angst. In het begin kon ik zijn oor niet aanraken, mocht ik absoluut niet aankomen. Hals erom doen, ging echt niet. Dus ik heb echt alles echt stapje voor stapje weer op moeten bouwen. En ja, ik ben wel gelukkig al een heel stuk verder. Ik heb hem pas vanaf september. Dus ik heb al wel heel wat bereikt hoor, in een hele korte tijd. Dus daaraan zie je ook dat het echt gewoon een slim en weergierig paard is. Maar ja, we zijn er nog lang niet. Maar...
So of course, in the beginning when you set the basic foundation, forward, back, left and right, from the leg and the rein, and he has an understanding of that. He knows where to put his body. He's creating a good posture for balance and relaxation and to give him stability and confidence. And then from there we have to teach him to be able to do that in a forward going manner. So that's okay when you stand still, but then when you start to move them, you build up speed and energy and then you start to slowly lose control. So here in the beginning, I just have the whip as an extension of my arm so that he can move in a bigger space around me. And it's important in the beginning that he's understanding again the meaning of the whip, that he's not running away from it, that it's a guide, not a punishment. So I do the same thing, I make contact in all the areas where I know he won't like it, just the same as the hand. And then I try to keep the whip in the same spot as much as possible. And of course now I have a bit control of the hind leg, so the hind leg is going to do the right thing now, even in tension. And then when he slows down a little bit, so I'm saying what's 1 plus 1, and he says 10, and 14, and 32. And as soon as he starts to come a little bit towards the right answer, then I take the pressure off. In that hope that then he thinks, oh, when something touches me there that's not asking me to move a hind leg or move a front leg, then I should probably just stand still. Because then I feel, oh shit, I feel better now when I do that. So that then he starts to realize that the physical action that he takes determines the outcome. It's not about me, it's about him. And he has to learn that whatever action he takes is what's going to create the good feeling or the bad feeling. And it's going to give him confidence when he feels like he's in control. So there now we can touch him also in the uncomfortable place with the whip. And then I just pay attention. Again, it's not about being patient and waiting, it's just about seeing. So there he has a bit the eye like, oh, if it moves again, I'm not sure if I'll be comfortable with that. So then I keep it there until he changes the posture or changes the physical action from, oh, I don't want you there, to, why are you there? And then I take the pressure away. So from the beginning here, he's learning everything really fast, and he has a natural ability to be very flexible in the body and really supple. He has man-made tension in his body, not meaning that he's a stiff horse physically, but his physical reaction to something. He's got a muscle inside his brain that says, when I feel something, oh, I protect myself. So then you feel stiffness, but it's only because of a reaction from the brain and not from like an old man in a wheelchair. So from here, from the basics of teaching him to move the hind legs and move the front legs and everything, he's learning everything really fast, but he knows less than nothing. What he does know is not worth anything. The information that he has is only going to work against you. And that's purely because he's been started in a way where he's been given no information, but he's naturally really sweet and kind, so he goes along with it. And then they think, oh, he's being good, so they put the saddle on, put the bridle on, they get away with riding him somehow in control. The whole time he's getting confused about what he should do, and then he builds up these natural defenses to being a riding horse because of lack of information.
Ja, daar was ik ook wel een beetje bang voor, dat hij gewoon te snel in Spanje beleerd is. Gewoon het zadel erop en gaan. Ja, dan weet zo'n beest natuurlijk ook helemaal niet wat hij moet doen.
And again, all the talking is to give him time to make the right approach, to make the right body posture. And again, I'm looking and seeing when he makes the opposite to what his natural posture is. So when he does this, I'd keep the bag there. When he does a bit this, I'd take the bag away. So then his physical action of doing this, you know, he's thinking, oh, I'm being the chaser, not the being chased. Immediately he makes this posture. You've turned the switch to go in the right direction instead of the wrong direction. Then I keep contact. Then I try to work down the rest of his body. And then I find an area which you generally find pretty quick on a horse like this, where he's in tension. So there you get the upside down African banana looking neck. And so I just stay here and try to find a way that I can influence it, not just standing and waiting, seeing and knowing where I should go, what I should do. Should I give him more rein? Should I move the bag a little bit closer to the neck? And now I'm thinking, he's about to drop the head. How am I going to move the bag away that's going to make him feel better, not worse? So I start to move towards the front again with my left front leg. And when he starts to change the posture again into a position that's positive, I start to go to the back again, give a longer rein. Then I want to go this way. So it gives him the maximum reward. So he's thinking, oh, where did he go? Oh, when I put the head down, that's when it felt better for me, and that's when the pressure came off. And of course, in the beginning, we're controlling it. In the training or the learning stage, we take the pressure off. But of course, at the end, when he's experienced that and he makes the physical action in his body, he feels relaxed from the action that he takes, that he feels in his body. Oh, I feel in control. There's a big spider on the wall and you go, your body says, shit, be scared. And then after a while you can train your body to be relaxed, and then you don't even have to look at it anymore, because your body is giving you the right signal to the brain. So of course here, if you, of course everyone says, yeah, a plastic bag on a stick is more scary than a big human with a saddle and a bridle getting on his back. But if you can't do this, you shouldn't get on. You know, if you're getting to here and he's thinking, shit, what's behind me? It's only a bag and a stick. You think, yeah, but when I put a saddle and a bridle and a big human on him, yeah, then he's all right. You know, it's a bit more pressure. So in the beginning, like I say, he knows absolutely nothing about how to control himself in a position where there's a pressure that simulates having a rider on. It doesn't matter if it's a bag and a stick or a flag or an umbrella or whatever. What it is pressure with touch, touching him somewhere, and then pressure of movement, where something moves over him. We're only doing left eye at the moment. We have to get to do the right eye, and then we can do both. So it's just moving through the body, only going as fast as what the horse will allow, and just seeing what's happening. Is he getting the right answers? Is he getting wrong answers? So then when I can't keep the bag in the position, I just have to let him feel the bag doesn't go away when you run. So that's the wrong answer. So I don't try to hold him too much also on the rein. I just try to control him in a way that he feels that he has to respond directly to the bag staying here. The bag can always be higher, faster, quicker on the left, quicker on the right, if you're handy with the stick. And it's so that it's not that he has to feel dominated by the bag or become submissive, but just know what to do. So then I have less energy in the bag. Then I look that he changes his posture into a state of relaxation. I don't expect him here to be dropping the leg and dropping the head and cocking one leg and falling asleep before I quit, but just that he improves from the position that he went to. And always that you look to quit on the improvement of the position he went to or was in. So that if he's standing relaxed, and then you get him really, he drops the head and relax, and then you go to another area and he starts to run, don't wait till he gets to the best position he's ever been in. Just wait till he gets better than the position he went to. So you encourage him to keep looking for the right things. And then lots of little improvements creates the big improvement and the big understanding.
Krijgt jouw sportpaard genoeg eiwit binnen? Want te weinig eiwit kan schade voor zijn gezondheid opleveren en de prestaties negatief beïnvloeden. Een lichaam kan niet zonder eiwit. Het is een belangrijke bouwstof voor de aanmaak van spieren, voor gezonde botten en het speelt een rol bij de weerstand.
Een gemiddeld sportpaard heeft dagelijks 1000 tot 1200 gram eiwit nodig. Bij intensieve arbeid is het zelfs hoger. En de enige manier waarop het paard eiwit kan binnenkrijgen is via de voeding. Want het lichaam maakt geen eiwit aan. En met het hooi of kuil dat tegenwoordig wordt gevoerd, kom je meestal niet aan de benodigde hoeveelheid eiwit.
Mag je zo even omdraaien?
Veel paarden krijgen te weinig eiwit binnen omdat het ruwvoer de laatste jaren steeds soberder wordt. Daarnaast bestaat er bij veel paardenhouders een onterechte angst voor eiwit.
Van eiwit werd lang gedacht dat dit problemen veroorzaakte, zoals bultjes, dikke benen of zelfs nierproblemen en hoekbevangenheid. Onderzoek heeft aangetoond dat eiwit niet de hoofdoorzaak is van deze klachten. Bij hoekbevangenheid bijvoorbeeld komt dit met name door fructosanen. Dit is een bepaald soort suiker dat met name voorkomt in voorjaarsgras en najaarsgras.
Aan de buitenkant is niet te zien of een paard een eiwittekort heeft. Door gebrek aan eiwit neemt de belastbaarheid van een paard af en kunnen blessures optreden.
Heeft deze nu wel op niveau, maar dan komt er te veel eiwit.
Wil je weten of jouw paard voldoende bouwstoffen binnenkrijgt? Bespreek je voerregime met een voedingsspecialist of je
Deze
dierenarts.
komt nou wat tekort in de eiwitten of in de energieconcentratie.
Mijn naam is Renate en mijn paard is Tristan. Tristan heeft wat rugproblemen en dat is een verbeening die hij heeft aan de onderkant van zijn ruggengraat. Waardoor hij best wel veel spanning opbouwt in zijn rug, dat doet ook zeer. En daardoor krijg je best wel stresssituaties. En ja goed, het hoeft niet het einde van het paard te betekenen, maar je kunt hem er wel mee helpen door dingen anders te trainen.
So he has physical tension and uncontrollable muscle spasms in his body from pain. My recommendation would be to have him treated in those areas so that he has a lot of inflammation on the right stifle and a lot of inflammation in the pelvis, and so he needs a treatment there to start some kind of physical relief. And then, of course, then you need to develop a new pattern in him. And of course, when things come from a compensation, mentally, you will have really inconsistencies, where some days things won't bother him in the body, and he'll find a position of comfort in his pattern of compensation where he feels like I'm compensating, and now actually I can just get away and do the things you want me to do, and it's not affecting me so much. But then other days he'll come out of the box, or he'll have some kind of sequence in the day that's making him feel awkward, and then he'll be really insecure. But at the moment his anxiety comes from his physical state of not being comfortable in the body. And I see it's in 99% of dressage horses that come with a problem. And you have, horses are very good at compensating and finding another way through their body to be able to. So it's normal, But the difficulty is finding a way, even if you have good treatments and you have ways of getting the horse physically sound from a good vet or something. The difficulty is being able to develop a new healthy pattern in his posture and in his way of moving that's going to help that. It's like people that have a bad back, and then you go to a chiropractor and a physio and you have this ongoing, but your daily pattern and your posture, the way you create stability for yourself, is causing injury. So unless you change that, you will always continue to have those physical problems.
Wat je eigenlijk merkt bij hem is dat hij heel slecht achteruit kan lopen, waardoor hij erg in de spanning schiet. Hij gooit zijn hoofd omhoog en blokkeert dan de hele boel in zijn rug. En hij kan in sommige gevallen heel angstig zijn, zeker in de beginperiode als ik wil gaan rijden of iets wil gaan doen. Dan merk je dat hij daar heel erg sterk op reageert. Op een gegeven moment als hij dan ontspannen is, zeker als je even gereden hebt, dan merk je dat hij dat afvloeit.
When you want to move here, the right hind leg under, you'll see he'll get really tight in the pelvis in this area. You'll have the hip here will start to lock, and you'll almost start a little bit shaking. You'll start to see it also in the head. You'll get a little bit of this difficulty. And it's good to see them like this straight out of the box, because when they warm up a little bit, it starts to mask. They get in the compensation pattern and they start to get a little bit mobile, but they're getting mobile in the compensation pattern, not in a healthy pattern. And then you see how stiff, how straight he wants to keep the leg. So, and what has probably happened is that he moves in a way where he's using the big muscles. So he's moving the leg by using his strong back and lifting the leg, and then after a while those muscles start to fatigue, let go, and then you get the pain. And so it's a matter of, in the end, developing the new pattern that teaches him to bend fetlock, hock, then the stifle, so he's picking up the leg and sharing the load. So he's not using the big muscles, and then when they get tired, the skeletal function fails him, but that you share the load, that he's using his body in a way that gives him more support, more posture, more stability.
Wat Tristan ook duidelijk zei, hij zal altijd blijven compenseren. En dat moet je dus proberen te voorkomen door hem te trainen. En te leren dat hij, als hij het op een andere manier doet, zijn eigen sterker maakt en niet meer hoeft te compenseren. Want het compenseren neemt het probleem niet weg. En nu kan hij sterker worden, waardoor het probleem minder wordt. En dat geeft hem meer zelfvertrouwen.
All his mental anxiety comes from his physical state. So if you build a new pattern through him that enables him to be flexible and to be coordinated and balanced, and he has healthy function in the body, all the other symptoms will go away immediately. You'll start to slowly have bits where he's not insecure to get on anymore. He doesn't get insecure when he goes to a new environment, because he'll be feeling the same in his physical state every day. At the moment he's different. Every day he wakes up, he gets out of bed, he's thinking, how am I going to walk today? How will that feel, And so here, building the pattern in this way, for me, is the best way to understand where the horse has to put his feet to be able to balance. In what order he has to bend each of his joints to be able to put the feet where they need to be to give him support and stability in movement to get from A to B. It's the same exercise as I do with the foals when they're 2 days old. And when you really teach a foal how to follow pressure and move away from pressure and where to put the feet to be able to balance, on the 3rd or 4th day, the foal is going in and drinking from the mother like this. Whoop! No kind of wobbly and putting the head and finding. Immediately they know where to put the feet, it's balanced. A horse that's 4 days old becomes like a horse that's 4 weeks old. So we get some Irish folk dancing here as he's turning. Left hind leg's in the air and the head goes to the right. There it is. Head to the right, left leg out, there you go, and relax. And again, I try not to do, I try to do as little circles as possible so I can get the feeling. If I pick up the rein here, now he follows the rein really well. Hind leg goes under. There I have no resistance. From the front end to the back end, when I close here, the rein and my hand, he's bending. Hind leg goes under, then there's no resistance. And that's the pattern he has to get. So when you pick up the rein, you want to turn him, he's folding, putting the hind leg under, and he's not having that, and a lot of the protection is what creates the disability. It's not so much the physical thing that's going on in the body, but it's the pattern of compensation that creates the disability. It's not that he can't do it, it's that he's built up a pattern that stops him from doing it. It's like someone that walks with a limp. Unless someone is going to teach them the order of how they should get stable in their posture again, they will always have the limp, and then they will always have physical posture, poor posture, and then of course which creates problems. Oh, good boy. But it's just slowly rehabilitates the patterns in the body. You're taking away all the compensation. Because also compensating is a disability. Compensating is taking confidence away from you. It's giving you insecurities. If you have to compensate because you have part of you are insecure about doing certain things. When he doesn't have to compensate and he feels totally stable in his body, so there I need him behind, then you get the heavy breathing because it's difficult. Oh, boy, same the other way. Good boy.
In de volgende aflevering zien we hoe Tristan zo op het paard van Irene klimt, terwijl door spanning het rijden al een tijd niet meer mogelijk was.
Ja, en hij kon er zelfs op. Ja, daar stond ik echt met verbazing naar te kijken. Hoe hij er hoe hij er uiteindelijk zo opsprong zonder zadel. En gewoon, ja, vind ik heel gaaf. Ik vond het echt heel gaaf om te zien hoe dat hij dat deed. Ja.
Ik ben heel benieuwd wat je van deze aflevering vond. Laat het me weten in een reactie op de website en natuurlijk vind ik het fijn als je deze aflevering liked. Wil je op de hoogte blijven van volgende afleveringen en al het nieuws rond een paard en lifestyle? Vergeet je dan niet in te schrijven in onze wekelijkse e-mail. Tot de volgende keer!
Hij wil laten merken dat hij iets heeft en dat is toch iets heel natuurlijks. En het zal altijd een reden hebben waardoor een paard iets niet kan of niet wil of niet doet. En zeker als er zoveel emotie bij komt, als je het zo ziet bij hem.